what landing lips are? Landing lips are your actual lips. So most airlines require flight attendants to look a certain way for our passengers. Most airlines do require you to at least wear like a lipstick or lip gloss, mascara, blush, just something basic. They do want us to look nice. Not saying I look nice all the time, but you're supposed to. So landing lips is a term used for where flight attendants go and freshen up before landing and deplaning. So when passengers are exiting the airplane, they have a fresh face. It's a fresh face.
Okay, I overthought that. I mean, yeah, that's a good term, landing lips. I'm definitely gonna put on my landing lips. I might even put on my landing eyes. And I might even put on my landing cheeks.
Okay, this one says line and line holder. I feel like that one was kind of explained a little earlier.
I know when you're on the line, that means you're not on reserve.
Online, yeah.
Online,
you
you're not on reserve.
Schedule, you know where you're going, when you're
exactly.
going.
There are times, you already know everything.
And that's a line holder as well.
Right, not on call.
Line. Yep.
I know that.
Do you know a narrow body and a wide body?
Ooh. Oh, is that like the plane? It could be narrow. Okay, funny story. I call like the narrow planes, I call them needles.
Okay.
So whenever I'm on like a narrow plane, I say, man, I had to be on this needle.
But do you know like exactly what's the difference between a narrow body and a wide body?
I think it's the seats, the amount of seats that's in a row.
No.
What?
No. Narrow bodies have one aisle.
The row.
Yeah,
I mean the aisle.
Yeah. Narrow bodies have one aisle, wide bodies have two.
Yeah. Like international. Oh, like in all of the movies. What is that one movie? What is that? The one where they go to Singapore?
Oh, Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians. They were in a wide body.
Yep. Okay. Next, do you know what non-rev means?
Non-rev? No.
Okay, this is very important because this is why a lot of us get this job. Non-revving is when you're also flying standby. Let's just go ahead and put these in one. You know what standby is? You do because you've used it.
Yes, I've been on standby.
Okay. Revenue is considered paid passengers. Those are people that buy tickets.
Right.
Non-revving / and standby is when you're flying for free, but you're going based off of availability. If a flight has 2 seats open and you're the only person listed on it, then of course you're getting on. That seat is yours. If that flight is overbooked, you're not getting on. But it's for free. So it's kind of just like what comes with it. So if you don't want a non-rev and standby, then you'll just buy your ticket and be a revenue.
So non-rev is standby.
Yes.
For those of you who fly standby a lot, you know, with your buddy passes and things like that. Non-revving. Non-revving, yes.
Non-revving.
All right, now I know. Now I know what that is.
All right, a transcon flight.
A transcon?
Transcon. I hate transcons. Luckily, I was based in Chicago. I only had to work one time because I got sent to New Jersey. Okay, I'll explain.
Okay, wait. Let me try to guess it. I got sent to New Jersey and you went to Canada.
I went to, I went to San Francisco.
Oh, so across America.
So a transcon is a flight that goes from one side of the country to another or from continents to continents. So yes. They're super long. They're super long and we do a different service on them too. So they have meals and everything.
And that was straight flight?
Straight flight. Even though it's domestic, it has a little bit of an international service in it.
Yes. So how long was that flight?
That flight from Jersey to San Fran, I think it was like almost 7 hours.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about long.
It sounds about 2 minutes past too long. Yeah. I'm like so I came from a regional, so I'm like spoiled with short flights, so I do not like those long calls, but I don't know, maybe I'll get bold and start doing more international this year.
Yeah, I think you should.
Well, you know, it's a good thing because half of us love internationals, half of us don't. So we balance each other out. So it's not too much of
We'll see what I would like to. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, what's a turn? It's a flight, it's a turn. What's a turn flight? What's a turn?
A turn flight? Mm-hmm. You go back, is it when you go back to the city? No? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to get it out of her. Is it like, say I was going from Atlanta to somewhere, is it back to Atlanta?
Exactly, yep. So if I was going to Chicago to Houston, Houston back to Chicago, I'm done for the day. That was a turn. Yay! That was a one-day trip.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm built for this. Okay.
Do you know the difference between concourse shoes and in-flight shoes?
In-flight shoes? I feel like in-flight shoes have to be a certain height, and no, they don't. Okay, she's like making a face, like.
I'm not making a face. My face tells all of it.
Concourse shoes are probably flat, more comfortable. Both have to be comfortable.
No, they're literally the exact opposite. Concourse shoes are heels.
Okay.
That's what we wear on the concourse, which is where the gates are. That's the concourse area. We have to wear heels. They're not supposed to exceed 3 inches, but you will see some girls that definitely exceed those, and they're not supposed to be shorter than 1 inch, and you will see people that like to wear flats. And the complete opposite of that, in-flight shoes are our flats that we wear because going up and down the plane, working in the galley, do you know what a galley is?
No.
Okay, fast forward to that later. But it's just a safety thing, being safe on the plane. We do wear flats on the plane, heels on the concourse. And that's the difference between those.
Got it.
What's a galley?
A galley, that's where, I don't really know.
The galley is where, it's like our living quarters. It's our castle. That's where we do everything.
Is that the airport?
No, it's the part on the plane with the ovens and the bins and everything.
Honestly, that was my second guess. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
was about to say, when you first walk on the plane, that's your galley?
That's the galley.
That's literally your galley. I feel like that's where you galley around, and that's where you get everything from.
That is the galley. Okay. Do you know what a jump seater is?
A jump seater is a person who is flying on standby, who is a flight attendant, and they, all of the seats are taken on the plane, so they are allowed to jump seat.
She only knows this because I jump seat all the time.
I'm educated.
That was absolutely exactly what a jump seater is. When there's no seats, only flight attendants can take the jump seat, not pilots. We can't take their seats. They
Strap
can't
it on
take
it.
ours. We get to take the jump seat to get home. So that one was correct.
I'm looking great. Feeling great.
Okay. What's the crew lounge? What's the crew room? You should know this one too.
Oh yeah, isn't that self-explanatory? It's the crew where the crew lounges in between flights, especially if you are on call, right? Like sometimes you're on airport call, like you have to be inside the airport on call, so you would lounge in the crew lounge, right?
Yep, so crew room, crew lounge, it can vary where it is. So in Chicago, our crew room was actually in between the concourse and baggage claim. So it was like a whole another floor. It wasn't just my airline, it was other airport workers in there, had pilots areas, flight attendant areas, a cafeteria, like bathrooms, whatever you need, was that whole floor. So that was our crew lounge, crew area. And also, like she said, just touching on it a tad, we do have airport standby. So if you're in a base city for a specific airline, there's always flight attendants at the airport. We can have flight attendants call out sick last minute. We can have flight attendants that might have a really bad delay, not going to make it on time. They want to save a flight, make sure it gets out. That's what those flight attendants are on standby for. So that's where we would sit in the crew room, crew lounge. Okay, last one.
I thought we were
This one's kind of self-explanatory. We're just going to go over it because it's something that's so important in this industry besides safety. Safety is number one. Seniority.
Seniority. So when you come on, you're junior. Obviously, seniority is not just how long you've been there, right? Well, it is how long.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, it's how long you've been there. But don't they also pick seniority in your class as well, right?
You don't pick it. When you go to training, you will be assigned your seniority.
Okay.
Some airlines do it random. Some airlines do it based off the last 4 of your social. Some airlines do it based off your birthday. You just don't know until you get there. Mine was random, so I think I felt like kind of in the high middle-ish of my class. So from there, that's how you get your class seniority, and then from there you're filtered into a base seniority, so where you're assigned your base, and then from there you're filtered into overall seniority, which is like company seniority. And
each base has like if you transferred bases, obviously your seniority starts over, right?
It doesn't start over, but it changes. So magical numbers, I could be number 200 in Chicago, but when I transfer to Houston, I'm number 400 now. So it depends on your base. Bases have different numbers of flight attendants there, so where you fall is going to vary. So we literally just had like our number 1 flight attendant was hired last month, and she started like in 1957. So she had like, you all do the math, I think she had like 62 years of service. So seniority is insane, crazy, because when you start flying, your first year is going to be your hardest. It's going to be the lowest amount of money you'll make and the worst schedule you'll have. So it literally only gets better from there. So it's a really good job to do. Like I said, it's a good job in the longevity. It's honestly the easiest thing you'll ever do too. So
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited and nervous, different, brand new. Anyways.
Everything's going
yes, it's going to be brand new everything. I'm jumping into, a
new life, new chapter.
New life. It's a new leaf. Like, it's a new decade. It's going to be all new things, but I'm excited.
Yep.
And nervous.
Yep.
Training, please.
So we'll keep y'all updated on her training and everything, and we'll do more flight attendant videos, preparing for interviews, video, face-to-face, assessments, make sure your resume is great, finding the right airline for you, because that's super important, knowing the different backgrounds of different airlines.
Right.
So those are to come.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All right.
it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.